You've already saved us an entire evening.
And invariably, in any discussion about the shape of the Earth, the first argument used in support of its rotundity is that as ships sail out to sea, the tops of their masts are visible longer than...
Why don't you tell them the truth?
Tremendous. Forget that plan. Take a look at this one, colleague.
Oh, brain. Point.
About asking questions, and what perturbs me is that you don't get answers.
Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
I think so, Brain. But there's still a bug stuck in here from last time.
No, Pinky.
Because asking questions is good to find out about things.
Why don't you... You're creating so much heat with this machine. You see what I'm saying? That we were going to blow the world up in the 60s. But a handful of kids jumped up and said, no, give the other children a chance.
Listen! Are you listening?
Life on the planet Earth, from the people that destroy it,
Item 27, lift legs.
Why don't you tell them the truth?
Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering?
I think so, Brain, but the Rockettes? I mean, it's mostly girls, isn't it?
Yeah. Observe. Okay, item 26, move seat to the right. Me have question for you.
people that destroy it.
We must travel to the depths of the ocean and raise the hull of that sorrowful ship.
Why don't you tell them the truth?
When he wrote, "Don't let anyone deceive you in any way, for that day will not come until the rebellion occurs and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the man doomed to destruction."
Pinky, aren't we rodents stigmatized enough? We must travel to the depths of the ocean.
Don't you remember that when I was with you, I used to tell you these things, and now you know what is holding him back, so that he may be revealed at the proper time. For the secret power of lawlessness is already at work, but the one who now holds it back will continue to do so till he is taken out of the way.
Scholars and academics who have studied conspiracy theories. These are people who are inclined to believe that the government is out to get them anyway. The media is...
And when he wrote, "Don't let anyone deceive you in any way, for that day will not come until the rebellion and destroy by the man of lawlessness is revealed, the man doomed to destruction," in accordance with the work of Satan, displayed in all kinds of counterfeit miracles, signs, and wonders, and in every sort. Don't you remember that when I was with you, I used to tell you these things, and now you know what is holding him back, so that he may be revealed at the proper time. For the secret power of lawlessness is already at work, but the one who now holds it back will continue to do so till he is taken out of the way.
Scholars and academics who have studied conspiracy theories. These are people who are inclined to believe that the government is out to get them anyway. The media is...
Don't let anyone deceive you in any way, for that day will not come until the delighted and destroyed by the man of lawlessness is revealed, the man doomed to destruction, in accordance with the work of Satan, displayed in all kinds of
all I hear is rock. Yeah, high rock.
The fact is, of course, that the Earth is a circular dish surrounded by a barrier of ice that explorers like Andrea Barnes have been attempting to penetrate for centuries.
Two seaplane groups, the eastern to map that half of the continental shoreline, and the western to map the opposite coast of Antarctica.
We're here to ask intriguing scientific question.
Don't worry, I'll make it quick. Now, the Earth spins at the equator at about 1,000 miles per hour around its axis, and this axis has a tilt of exactly 24.5 degrees. And that's where we get seasons. And as we spin, we also orbit the Sun at 66,000 miles per hour, and the Sun is located 93 million miles from Earth. And that Sun is just an average star out of the 100. Earth spins at the equator at about 1,000 miles per hour around its axis, and this axis has a tilt of exactly 24.5 degrees. And that's where we get seasons. And as we spin, we also orbit the Sun at 66,000 miles per hour, and the Sun is located 93 million miles from Earth. And that Sun is just an average star out of
to control.
In August 1964, the USS Maddox, a U.S. destroyer on patrol in the Gulf of Tonkin, believed it had come under attack from North Vietnamese Navy torpedo boats, engaging in evasive action and returning fire. The incident led to the Gulf of Tonkin resolution, the authorizing President Johnson to begin open warfare in the Gulf of Tonkin, believed it had come under attack from North Vietnamese Navy torpedo boats, engaging in evasive action and returning fire. The incident led to the August 19th resolution, the authorizing President Johnson to begin open warfare in the Gulf of Tonkin, believed it had come under attack from North Vietnamese Navy torpedo boats, engaging in evasive action and returning fire. The incident led to the August 19th resolution, the authorizing President Johnson to begin open warfare in the Gulf of Tonkin, believed it had come under attack from North Vietnamese Navy torpedo boats, engaging in evasive action and returning fire. The incident led to the August 19th resolution, the authorizing President Johnson to begin open warfare in the Gulf of Tonkin, believed it had come under attack from North Vietnamese Navy torpedo boats, engaging in evasive action and returning fire. The incident led to the August 19th resolution,
against us. We have beautiful weather, but bad weather before and bad terrain. We're here, we made it. It's Friday 13th. We've had so many things go against us. We have beautiful weather, but bad weather before and bad terrain and so on as well. Everyone is so happy. Everyone's touched the ball, we've all had photos, we've all had hugs, a few tears here and there, but all in all, mission success, basically.
If you're wondering about that ball that he was talking about, it's the ceremonial South Pole at the Amundsen Scott South Pole Station. It's like a metal sphere on a red and white pole, and it's partly surrounded by the flags and the signatories of the Antarctic Treaty. So it's lovely for a photo, but the problem with it is it's not the real South Pole. It's about 300 meters away.
So at the real South Pole, what is it?
Well, there's nothing. That's the thing. Is you can't see to do it properly, to cover all your bases. You have to do both. You have to do the picture with the ball, and then you have to go and kind of hang around at the exact
why don't they move the ball to where the actual thing is?
Well, that's a very sensible question. It's not one I can answer,
Okay.
but it's a very good point.
Let's have a look at the weather.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I think we got it. I think we got it. Can you hear me now? It seems, let me turn this down. Yeah. Okay, I think we got it now. I think we got a little bit of sound. This is my first live channel. I think we're giving it a go. And we'll see what happens. These are just some of the first videos I made on my very first flat Earth. So okay, thanks for all the help. Is that a little better? I think I can turn this down. Oh, magic controls. There we go. Down, down. How's that? Is that better? Hey, alright, we're getting used to this now. Getting used to it. Like I say, first time doing this. So, well, second time. I practiced one the other night, but didn't get anything coming out. And so I went and got a headset, and that seems to have helped. And how you doing tonight, Plain Truth? Everything good? And thank you for your help and patience. Patience. It seems like flat Earth people have a lot of patience. And like I said, I'm using OBS. I don't know if I can add anybody onto the chats or anything. I just couldn't get it in Hangout. So all I'm doing tonight is I'm just running through kind of like my journey. These are the first videos I made based on William Carpenter's book. What is it? 100 Proofs the Earth is Not a Globe, and it was written in 1847, I think. Yeah, so all the texts are text straight out of his book. Anything that's going across the bottom of the screen right now, we're straight out of William Carpenter's book, and I just kind of put our modern stuff to it. And thanks to GeoShifter, as you can see on his logo there, I try to include anybody who I get the stuff off of. So this is like a little small tester. I made another video, what is it? Like I say, this one will be through in a few moments, and we'll run through another one and see what happens. I think my video making is getting a little better. I try. Yeah, it's just like a little chill out session here. You're voiceless at the moment. What's going on? What's going on, Millennium? Get some voice back. It's alright, mate. We'll forgive you. We'll forgive you. I'll show you a video I made on 9/11 if anybody's still watching. It's a side-by-side comparison of demolitions. Yeah, I think I'll just do it just for fun because yeah, I call it Spot the Difference, so let's see if we can throw this in there. Let's just remove this out of here. Get rid of that. Put this one in here. I think that's how we do it. You just transition over it. There we go. Spot the Difference. This is play Spot the Difference, people. It's a game I made up.
Fire. You better believe it.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can turn the volume down a bit. There we go. Yeah. And we'll see if we can spot the difference in here when yeah. Well, you know, it's quite a interesting. Oh, there we go. Building 7. Can you spot the difference? Yeah. Oh, see, we've got some pyrotechnics here going on. Let's see. Can you spot the difference, people? There, like I say, there we go. Those are great pyrotechnics. Oh, and here we go. What do we got? This is 9/11. Here we go. Let's check this one out. Oh yeah, I've heard of verniage. You know, I did a paper right after Bazant et al. Made their paper,
about the top-down demolitions. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen on a steel building. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, it was quite interesting. I did that, like, had their paper out 2 days after 9/11. 2 days. They had an engineering report about the verniage and top-down demolition, and did not happen. Is that top-down right now? I mean, it's blowing apart.
Fire. You better believe it.
Yeah, no, good old Building 7 there is just magical. It's magical how that came down. Look at it. And so I do my ceremonial 3 drops on the buildings that day. And I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I enjoyed making that one. Had a lot of fun with that one. No, I have to agree, Millennium. Yeah. This one I had a lot of fun with, two NASA assholes.
Well, it was the 1980s.
Let's
so
look at some NASA
different,
assholes.
the hairstyle was
This one I
different,
found
the
funny.
clothes we were different than today, but probably in 5 or 10 years it'll be the same. And in school, I was just like you, probably all of you there. I tried my best. I didn't always succeed, didn't always do well, but I put my best effort into school. Math and science were kind of my favorite subject. I didn't really like English and reading too much, but I've since grown out of that, and I enjoy reading now. And
That was
I
like
played
a
lot of
Hollywood
sports.
movie.
And all of that happened in a little town called York, Maine, across the United States from where we're talking to you right now.
Any one of you lily-livered, bow-legged varmints care to slap leather with me? In case any of you get any ideas, you better know who you're dealing with.
Called York, Maine, across the United States from where we're talking to you right now.
North, south,
Look, York, Maine, across the United States from where I'm talking to you right now. Isn't that great?
Ooh, you darn crazy galoot!
Called York, Maine, across the United States from where we're talking to you right now.
Why, you doggone crazy idiot! All right, don't rush me. I'm a thinking.
Yeah, you could be right. Richard Donner was definitely a big player in it. You know, it was like a whole movie set. It was a whole movie set.
That dirty Turkish harkaback flatten Morton Philip Bucket Martin Perkaluma. Well, where is he? Where's the critter at? What's up, Jack? Great horny toads! What are you doing down there upside downy?
I'm not upside down, Doc. You are. Look.
Yeah, feel the gravity. Look at their faces. I mean, it's just crazy.
Good evening. I want to talk to you tonight from my heart.
We are confronted primarily with a moral issue that every nation today should know.
Certain that we stand at a defining hour.
Terror is not a new weapon. The very word secrecy is repugnant.
What we need in this fight
By American weapons of war.
Sticking your head in the sand might
Yeah, I had fun making that one.
It is as old as the scriptures and is as clear as the American Constitution.
Push back on misinformation.
And that is the most important topic on earth, and the truth too rarely perceived.
Speak up for the
Yeah, this is,
ignorance too often
I call this one the Talking Heads, because I just put all the
Halfway
presidents.
around the world, we are engaged in a great struggle.
Inevitably, they fail.
And
For
I
the
have,
security of the slave.
And leave them a cleaner,
I have Nixon doing the investigating in this one.
There is little value in ensuring the survival
of our citizens
And humanity.
and we shall never fear to negotiate.
What is at stake
Life on Earth, inherently and historically.
in the skies and on the seas and sands?
The masters of our fate.
For 2 centuries,
He's not above our strength.
And
part
when I
of
was doing this
something
video, this is the
larger
video
than
that made a
ourselves.
flat Earth, actually.
We know
And,
why we're there.
And there
Obama
is very
said that
grave
about,
danger, and
we
that
don't have
aggression
time
would
for a
be
meeting of
no
the Flat Earth
response.
Society.
Shall not be afraid.
We
This
are
is
Americans.
the first video I made on this channel,
circle of those who are willing to
and
stand up for our
it
future.
wasn't supposed to be
On
about
a
Flat
subject
Earth.
of deep concern to every American.
Wounds have been inflicted, that its pangs and toils are not beyond our endurance.
Have been charged with involvement.
The heart of the question is,
These include charges of
Group of mighty foes who seek our ruin. What kind of a people do they think we are?
Then I was listening to another
I
one
discounted
where
the stories in the press
Hillary Clinton's going, we got to break
there
through the
was a
glass
real
ceilings.
possibility.
And she said it, you know, so many different times.
Denied us.
I immediately
These guys
ordered
know.
an
These guys know
investigation by
something's up.
appropriate government authorities.
Defending that these catastrophes do not engulf us for the third time.
Because I had faith in the persons from whom I was getting them.
The giving of blood.
I was determined that we should get to the bottom of the matter.
In history's unmarked grave of discarded lies.
The catastrophe of World War has fallen upon us.
Yeah, that
some of these
Wagged It All
charges
was,
were true.
really good.
And that the
really
truth should be fully brought out.
These people are
Enemies
clever
of
people.
freedom committed an act of war
You
on
should never
thousands
forget
of
it.
civilians.
They've been playing us for many years.
And night fell on a different world.
And we can never forget it.
Tormented.
And that's why we got to.
for all its hopes,
We work
watching.
to achieve another victory.
In our cause,
Many will be involved in this effort.
that the task which has been set us
Participated in efforts to cover up.
Let us never tolerate outrageous conspiracy theories, malicious lies that attempt to shift the blame away.
Even in the face of a continuing threat. His teachings
Yeah.
are good and peaceful.
And the truth
Yeah, only
too
I use
rarely
it against them.
perceived by imitating
I'm
its
using their own
arbitrary
words against these
restrictions.
public
bastards.
officials who represent him,
Because they're all
and
puppets.
will fester and inflame
uh,
the merest utensil as long as we have faith.
In
You
a
might
great
like this one.
cause.
I've got another one.
As the investigations went
Here
forward,
in a second.
To see Republicans and Democrats who died with our own.
Yeah.
innocent people must bear the responsibility.
Came to realize,
Turn them one against another.
enforced on the world.
Tonight
Well,
we are
yeah,
a
I'm
country
gonna put this
awakened.
one on
New
right now
information
because
then came to me, which
I think
persuaded
it's
me
pretty good.
It is not only repressing its own people, it is
rid of
threatening
some of
people
these.
everywhere. And on behalf of the American people, I thank the world for its outpouring of support. Overthrow existing governments in many Muslim countries,
Hey, I'm getting
such
better
as
at
Egypt,
this, I think.
Saudi Arabia,
Remove that one.
and Jordan.
I personally assumed the responsibility for coordinating intensive new inquiries into the
Hello, everybody.
Transition that over.
BBC television station.
I'm just talking
at
to myself as I do it.
You're seeing a film originally made for the BBC
There it
television
goes.
service in the spring of 1946.
Okay, this is a video I made on programming. And it'll be up in a second. There we go. Yeah, this one I made just not too long ago.
Interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
It's called television program. They tell you visually the program.
Yeah, I would believe that, Millennium.
We now
No problem.
return you to your regular
I would definitely believe that.
program,
You know?
which has been in progress since you first turned on your television.
I want the young motherfuckers in here tonight, no matter what your nationality.
This is a good one to just chill out.
Motherfucking TV on for 1 week. You know Obama ain't running shit. Pop it on the screen.
The House
house looks just like the one next to it. And the one next to that. And
I appreciate everyone just, you know, I know there's only 5 of us here right now, but like I said, this is a test, and I hope it's going okay. I hope you're seeing some stuff that you're liking. Appreciate the help that you gave me there, Plain Truth, and the patience, and thanks to you, Millennium.
And something more.
Yeah, those Kennedys had a series of a run of bad luck, you might say, hey?
People everywhere discovered that there's a bit more to the symbols around an unseen force steering the world, leaving its mark. It found a material in reason alone. The logical mind immediately
Let me in. I've never sensed anything like it.
Poltergeist.
Oh, I'll have to check that one out, Plain Truth.
It knows what's
Yeah, I've started to watch a lot more of the older movies and stuff right now because they actually told us a lot of them too. You know, Russian Vids, I watch a lot of his stuff, and sometimes it's over the top, but I think he's on the mark with a lot of things. You know, that's Hollywood playing games with us.
Pop it on the string. What is at your back? Which way do you turn? Who will come find you first? Pop it on the string. Devils are your gods.
This seems to be running okay. Like I say, have you used OBS before, Plain Truth?
We have got to do something about it. We should get the ban on all compromise.
Say all you demons go back to hell. Save my soul, save myself.
What are we going to do about it? Sheriff, bang up the sign, no fishing.
And the system actually came into being at the height of the Cold War, where countries set aside their differences, and agreed to govern the Antarctic as a place for peace and science. That governance is now extending into the ocean, and about 5 years ago...
Put up a sign, no fishing. Look at that. That was, you know, the Penguin or whatever. Penguins movie. You know, they said it right there. They said it. They were going to ban fishing and everything. This is predictive programming, people. That's what it is. They're doing this all the time to us.
Moves like gravity.
Confused about your role. You understand what I'm saying? Confused about religion, confused about politics. It says keep them confused, disorganized, and distracted with matters of no real importance.
No, I haven't checked that one. I'll have to try it.
Media, MEDIA, which stands for
JFK's funeral, filmed by ABC, it says it all, doesn't it?
Maniac European devils in action. Keep the adult population potentially diverted from real social issues and captivated by no matters of no real importance. It goes on to say,
yeah.
the schools are kept keep the young public ignorant of real mathematics, real economics, real law, and real history. Entertainment is kept below the 6th grade level.
Don't worry about the music in the background of these. I am not religious in any way, shape, or form, but I do like the music.
Activating your pituitary gland, releasing those hormones. Now you got grown-ass men making songs for 12 and 13-year-olds. I-E-J-Z, you understand what I'm saying? So the public is kept busy working, and the result is no time to think. And that's exactly what they produce.
It's just chill out music. So smoke a big fatty in a bit. I'll try it. Now that I know this OBS and I think it's pretty cool, I'll try and put together a program.
CBS, July.
But
The
Play true.
Illuminati will
Do
be
you know how to add,
pleased, Mr. Bluestone.
Change your mind again and again and again.
Singing the music Respect, originally sung by Aretha Franklin. Mariah, who also is a monarch, was a very close friend with Whitney Houston, who was goddaughter of Aretha Franklin. Coincidences? I don't think so. Sometimes they appear blatantly and sometimes we have to decode them by using numerology. She died in her 11th day. She was staying in the room number 434 at the Beverly Hilton Hotel in Los Angeles. She was pronounced dead at 3:55 p.m. and this hour holds a very creepy synchronicity.
Still out here doing these songs.
Funny.
You're still on tour.
I do, but I don't take it for granted.
Why do you still do it?
Let's try one more thing before I have to set myself off here.
I made a bargain with it, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my hand.
Like this.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Let's transition this over. Transition that over like that. Now that I know it shows up in the top right corner, yeah, I'll turn that down. Yeah, I got to get used to the volumes here, and it doesn't seem to have a thing just to set it at the same decibels. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, don't know if I'm hearing that now. Yeah. Yeah, I think I accidentally turned that one up. My error. There, we turn that down a bit. And we'll try another. Let's try one more other. Let's try this one. Something relaxing, chilling. Let's remove that. Stick that in there. Like I said, I'm just talking myself through it. Transition that over. Like that. Transition that. Hiya Roy, how are you doing, mate? There, we'll do that. Turn that down a bit. There we go. Let's rise up. Let's see. Let's go up into the sky and see what they say this flat Earth is about. Hi. Hey, you Free Free. How's it going? Yeah, doing good here. This is my first attempt at using this thing. So I'm just trying to get familiar with it. I can put that volume up a bit. There we go. There, I think that's better. Now let's see, I think I could full screen that. Yeah, I'm seeing it's a lot of good fun using OBS. I've used it before. Do you know how to invite people on and things like that? I tried Hangouts, I just couldn't get used to Hangouts. Alright, I'll try that. I'll check that out. I'm getting used to the different things here now. Yeah, I like that when Obama drops his mic. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I just keep pushing the bloody buttons. Let's see if I can blast that up. Blast that up like that. Transition that over. I mean, they just play us for all fools. Like, yeah, that's real scientific, and I like this one about Bill Nye, and he says, "Oh, I may as well have just went to school for nothing." I mean, that doesn't tell you anything. Doesn't prove anything. They're knobheads. Absolute fucking knobheads. Yeah, I'd like this one where, yeah, I'm gonna put this one out because, it's just so good. Let's blast that one in there. See, I think that's how we do it. Transition it over. Like that. There we go.
And so as we just mentioned, getting close to the start of this spacewalk, the spacewalk will officially begin when the astronauts switch their suits over to
The glove and a half check.
So this is live footage.
Still the yellow on my gloves.
And the lady tells him to get out of the pool.
It may change to the glove itself with either one. May happen.
Copy, Shane. You can translate back to the airlock. A reminder to pick up your green hook on 1131. And also a reminder, just from what I've seen in the pool, remember there's that
get rid of this one.
Dead end of handrails when you get back over to GEM. You want the ones that are about halfway up on the aft face. The ones that are nadir of that are actually a dead end.
We're streaming on many different platforms right now, NASA TV, of course, and Ustream, but you could be watching on Facebook Live and YouTube Live as well.
Yeah, okay.
We're monitoring the comments as well.
And also a reminder, just from what I've seen in the pool, remember there's that
Shane Kimbrough continuing to drive that bolt just past his perspective. You can see the brightness of the Earth right now. The International Space Station is flying 254 statute miles off the west coast of Ecuador.
Happened in a little town called York, Maine, across the United States. From
Just what I've seen in the pool. Just what she's seen in the pool.
United States from where we're talking to you.
All right, well, with that, all the initial checks are completed.
This is live.
One thing you'll hear throughout the spacewalk today is they'll repeatedly do what's called a glove and a half check.
The glove and a half check.
People believe that shit.
Still the yellow on my gloves. It may change to the glove itself with either one. May happen.
And also a reminder, just from what I've seen in the pool, remember there's that
The HAP stands for the Helmet Absorbency Pad, and that's actually a small absorbent pad that's inside the helmet to absorb any excess water. That was added as part of the safeguards after the event where some water was introduced to the helmet of the Italian astronaut Carmentano several years ago. So the crew.
And also
Sorry,
a reminder,
I've lost
just from what
yours.
I've seen in the pool.
Welcome back.
And also a reminder, just from what I've seen in the pool.
That's right, Dan. Right now we are 256 statute miles over the North Pacific Ocean, right in the middle of orbital nighttime. We'll be seeing a sunrise here, hopefully in the next few minutes. Some of the shots you're getting from the outside of the station is just because the International Space Station is at the nighttime.
And also a reminder, just from what I've seen in the pool. And also a reminder, just from what I've seen in the pool. And also a reminder, just from what I've seen in the pool. And also a reminder, just from what I've seen in the pool.
Yeah.
And And also a reminder, just from what I've seen in the pool. And also a reminder, just from what I've seen in the pool.
Yeah.
And also a reminder, just from what I've seen in the pool.
Just a reminder of what she's seen in the pool. I mean, that says it all, doesn't it? Does it? I think it says it all. There's so many things that are just wrong. I dropped my artificial leg. Yeah. Yeah, I seen the dinghy in the pool. Yeah. That says it all, doesn't it? I think it says it all. There's so many things that are just wrong.
Hello there. Today, me want to talk to you about asking
questions about what their masters are really up to.
The limits of debate in this country are established before the
let's
debate
see if we
begins,
can,
and everyone else is marginalized. They're made to seem either to be communist or some sort of disloyal person.
See if I can get onto
There's
these
a word, and now it's
volumes
conspiracy.
beforehand.
See, they've made that something that should not be even entertained for a minute, that powerful people might get together and have a plan. Doesn't happen. You're a kook. You're a conspiracy buff.
because asking questions is a good way to find out about things.
Hiya, Night Angel. How you doing?
And the objective is to brainwash the people into accepting the phony peace bait, to transform the United States into an enslaved unit.
There, see if we can check the volume here. Check that.
That we should have a world government.
There we go.
But only when the Messiah arrives.
The masterminds behind
Yeah,
this great
that's what I go. I
conspiracy
go
have
swimming in the pool when I'm working for NASA.
of all of our mass communications media, especially television, the radio, the press, and Hollywood.
They're determined to kill us.
Yeah, I'm not that skilled yet, plain truth.
What is at
I'm like
stake
one at a time.
is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order.
Yeah, this is a video I made about evil people. Yeah, this was brilliant. One of my early ones.
Because what happened to Germany during the Nazi era is happening to America and the West today.
And the enslavement of the American people within a
Yeah,
UN
see, like I keep saying, turn off your TVs, people. Turn off your TVs.
A one-world government.
They're doing their investigation. They will get to the bottom of this.
A one-world economy.
Now the UN is backing
So how do I give people wrenches? Like I need any with 5 people.
A one-world military.
You keep those resources and we'll get right back to you.
A one-world society.
Are you worried someone's feelings might get hurt?
And a one-world religion.
Observe.
All enforced with absolute control.
See if we can
under a single
deal with this a little bit.
Abolition of all monarchical government and patriotism to it.
We must have a central bank to secure this country's finances.
If the American
I stopped watching TV quite a while ago.
private banks to control the issue of their money, first by inflation and then by deflation,
Elimination of private property and inheritance.
the banks and corporations that will grow up around them will
Oh, that's awesome, Roy. I can only say I've stopped watching TV for about 2 years now.
Jefferson, you're mad. This country will have a central bank.
Destruction of the traditional family.
Ah, cheers, Roy. Don't put me under pressure now. This isn't the first time, you know.
And eradication of all religion.
Well, join me. I'm glad to sit here at the right hand of Satan.
Ah, well, that could be good then. That could be good, Night Angel. I'm not worried about trolls. Yeah, I'm not sure how any of this works still, but I think I'm getting the hang of it a little bit. Yeah, like I said, I'm just doing a test,
It's important to
and
note that
I'm
these cowards were
just running
happy
through
to
my
order
videos.
death and destruction, despite never having been in battle themselves.
Yeah, do you guys remember watching this on telly and all that
Prostitute has 7 heads,
Baghdad stuff?
7 rays of initiation radiating from her crown.
Yeah.
At the base of the Statue of Liberty is a plaque.
Oh, that's awesome, Roy.
It states that the statue is a gift from the Freemasons of France to the Freemasons of America.
Oh, look, okay, now I see.
We have
So I
heard
click on your
half a
name and I
million
can
children.
add a moderator.
I mean, that's more children than died when
Is that how that works?
in Hiroshima. And you know,
Me going to ask the most important question of all. Watch. You no can miss this.
is the price worth it?
I think this is a very hard choice, but the price, we think the price is worth it.
Why?
Hey, look at that.
What kind of answer that? Oh no, oh no, no. Well, okay.
Now I'm learning how to do this, so I can just throw that out there.
While I was there, I saw the Russian soldiers come into the hospital with guns. They took the babies out of the incubators.
Hey, power.
Took the incubators and left the children to die on the
No
cold
worries,
floor.
you can kick all 5 of us out, Night Angel, no problem. Can you kick me out now, too?
Two sides of the story.
Yeah. Oh, I love this
we'll
girl
get that
who
information
comes
to you
up
just
here.
as soon as
She's
possible.
yeah. They did a whole project here.
We are all pitching
Yeah,
in
that's right. That's
to
the
make
ambassador's
sure we do
niece
this
of
correctly.
Canada. Of Canada, you know. Oh my God, I'm ashamed.
To tell us not the truth, but what they want.
There we go, plain truth. Wrench. You've been wrenched. There, we can all wrench each other. There we go.
One that you knew was coming.
Today, it is infinitely
And then I love what this guy says. It's far, far easier to kill 1 billion people. I love that, and that's Obama's biggest supporter. Biggest supporter.
The FBI, which still has no notion.
The word occult does not mean evil. It means secret.
Now me ask you another question.
I'm positive, Millennium. You got the power, mate.
That's the question, lady. Now that's the right answer.
The Russian army was defecting. They were picking up their toys and going home. They didn't want to play war anymore. They didn't like the Tsar.
Oh, I think you're trustworthy, Millennium. I've never seen any rough
to
stuff from you.
overthrow the power of the
Except when you
Tsars in
kicked that
Russia,
guy the other day.
making that country a fortress
Kidding.
of atheistic communism.
The Zionists in
Yeah.
Germany, who represented the Zionists from Eastern Europe, went to the British War Cabinet.
The divergences caused by the agents of the Illuminati between the British and the Germanic empires will be used to foment this war.
Yeah, I love my Cookie Monster.
There might be a connection to
The Zionists in London went to the British War Cabinet and they said, look here, you can yet win this war. You don't have to give up. You don't have to accept a negotiated peace offered to you now by Germany. You can win this war if the United States will come
Yeah, I
in
feel
as
sorry
your
for these
ally.
guys.
The great thing about America is that when any of us suffers, whether it's
Then I gotta
one
throw the
family or
media
one
in there.
community, we all suffer.
The United States was not in the war at that time. We were fresh, we were young, we were rich, we were powerful. And
Yeah.
they told England, we will guarantee
Yeah, this is when I was having a dark moment when I made this video.
ally to fight with you
And,
on your side if
Like I say, all these videos are what led me to Flat Earth. It's strange how it all happened.
Communism will be built and be used to destroy the other governments.
I've not heard of that
and in order
that
to
report there,
weaken the
Millennium.
religions.
If I can be vulgar, we were suckered into that war merely so that the Zionists of the world could obtain Palestine.
But your administration talks a good
Well, that's on a
game.
good night. That's when you get legless.
To stiffen the will to win,
Yeah.
mass propaganda was used for the first time.
This propaganda they told us about them killing women and children and one thing and another.
All these videos are what led me to Flat Earth. Strange how it all happened.
They had a lot of propaganda about that there. The Hun, you know, they call him. And how he'd go through these villages when he captured them and kill all the people off and that there. That's the stuff that they told us. To feed you up to get your mad, I guess.
Atrocities alleged to have been committed by the Germans in Belgium were presented in melodramatic form.
Yeah. And look at this propaganda. Then you know, they're ripping the babies from the person's arms and throwing it to the ground. I mean, propaganda. What's going on here? I mean,
we always said that it was evil propaganda, and we felt that we Germans were powerless to answer back.
In return, the British government wrote the famous Balfour Declaration and addressed it to none other than Lord Lionel Rothschild.
Oh, so you see, asking questions, very good way to find out about things.
With the fall of Nazi Germany, the Rothschilds wasted no time waving their Balfour Declaration at the British government and reminding them of their written promise to give them Palestine. But how could the British promise the Arab land of Palestine to the Jews?
I'll turn it up a bit. Cheers.
Must be fomented
Thanks for
by
letting me
taking
know.
advantage of the differences between the fascists and the political Zionists.
In 1917, the British parachuted free opium and hashish to the Turkish troops and stole Palestine from them.
But this is going to be a painstaking investigation.
This war must be brought about so that Nazism is destroyed
Over and over again.
and that the political Zionism is strong enough to institute a sovereign state of Israel in Palestine.
According to plan, the British pulled out of Palestine and gave the land to the Jewish
it was
Zionists.
propaganda.
During the Second World War, international communism must become strong enough in order to balance Christendom, which will then be restrained and held in check.
On October 24th, 1945, the Bankster pirates gave birth to their most powerful weapon of global control, the United Nations.
Until the time when we would need it for the final social
That's for everybody.
cataclysm.
During World War II, the British needed Arab oil and signed an agreement with the Arabs which
No, I haven't, Night
forbid
Angel.
Jewish
I think
immigration
I'm
into
gonna have to watch
Palestine.
that.
Then at the end of the war, the British broke their agreement with the Arabs and allowed the Rothschild Jewish Zionists to smuggle hundreds of thousands of
There
Jews
is, Ray.
from around the world into
Make me one
Palestine.
too, please.
To win public support, the Rothschilds, who owned Reuters and the Associated Press, bombarded their media empire with images of homeless Jewish Holocaust refugees crowded together in ships off the coast of Palestine.
The Third World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences caused by the agents of the Illuminati between the political Zionists and the leaders of the Islamic world.
The powerful 1% went ahead with their pre-planned war. As always, using the poorest people's children to do the fighting.
So how serious is this idea?
We cannot wait for the final proof. The smoking gun. That could come in the form of a mushroom cloud.
Oh my God.
This war must be conducted in such a way that Islam and political Zionism mutually destroy each other.
The truly ignorant believe that books like the Bible
The agents
are
of
really the Word
Illuminati.
of God.
They're coming to get
Religion
you.
is horribly,
Now we found them out, though.
human.
You know what I think? I don't think anybody wants to go to war right now. They don't want to go to war. I don't want to go to war. You don't want to go to
Religion is
war.
regarded by the common people as true. by the wise as false, and by the rulers as useful.
Meanwhile, the other nations, once more divided on this issue, will be constrained to fight to the point of complete physical, moral, spiritual, and economical exhaustion.
The UN, with this report, is essentially just taking another
Mutually
swipe
destroy
at the
each other.
United States. Here's what
Where does everybody else go? Yeah.
This cult of death is rooted in the Bible, which the imperialist slaves believe is actually the word of God. The same God that's used to send them to kill humans on the other side of the world because they have a different God.
We shall unleash the nihilists and the atheists, and we shall provoke a formidable social cataclysm, which, in all its horror, will show clearly to the nations.
Let's see if we can find something a little cheerful.
Of savagery and of the most bloody turmoil.
Yeah.
Is a complete and unknown mystery.
People running along the dikes. Roger. Good job. I saw you splatter one right in the back with a rocket. Roger, got lucky again.
The multitude, disillusioned with Christianity, will receive the true light through the universal manifestation of the pure doctrine of Lucifer.
Yeah.
The
same God that sends them to kill people all over the world. Yeah. Is that ever clever? Let's go kill on behalf of my God. My God is Crom. He sits on his mountain and counts the dead. Come on.
Mr. President, the future wants to know, was it right to drop the atom bomb?
Me asked question and me got answer.
I made the only decision I ever knew how to make. I did what I thought was right.
Like I say, this was one of my dark moments.
We have insisted on peace
This was when I was making this video, I was
young Americans who served with
doing,
honor and distinction.
looking at a lot of different stuff.
World today.
And the case is built.
It'd be nice if people actually woke up and realized that we're all the same.
We've got to keep repeating things over and over and over again for the truth to sink in, to kind of catapult the propaganda. George W. Bush.
Those responsible. Let's go back to Cindy Hsu in the newsroom, who's joining us now with another update. Cindy.
Wait a second. Is this a live picture? This is a live picture. We are seeing the second World Trade Center Tower number 1 has just collapsed, ladies and gentlemen. You see it live in our picture.
On February 15, 2003, millions of people worldwide took to the streets in the world's largest ever day of protest. A protest against the pirate Bush regime and their British and Australian lapdogs who wanted to go to war on manufactured grounds. The majority of the world voted against this war, but were ignored. Is this democracy?
If that's the case, what does it mean
Yeah.
for you? We are not vigilant. You don't get it.
You've got to keep them pretty scared, because unless they're properly scared and frightened that all sorts of devils are going to destroy them from outside or inside or somewhere, they may start to think, which is very dangerous, because they're not
Yeah, I
cognitive
wish
to
everybody
think.
would all wake up.
Therefore, it's important to distract them and
You know,
marginalize
I think
them.
if everybody woke up
America is the
and
only
realized
nation insane enough
what they're told
to
to
use
do
nuclear weapons on their
is
fellow
ridiculous.
human beings.
Rivers and streams throughout the city began to boil. People evaporated where they stood, leaving shadows of their bodies scorched onto the streets.
All our
In a matter
wars
of
are
seconds,
manufactured.
4 square miles of Hiroshima
Noam Chomsky's
became
right.
an atomic wasteland. Several minutes passed. Then a black
I don't
rain
know which
began
one I
to fall
can
on the
play
city.
here.
Sticky, pebble-sized drops
I'm gonna grab
of
another one.
radioactive ash.
Is this democracy?
This goal is
Let's
not
grab,
democratic. In fact, most people will not want this goal to be pursued because it limits their freedom. In spite of popular resistance, this goal is being achieved through secrecy and progressive conditioning to make the public want this goal.
The secret government is an interlocking network of official functionaries, spies, mercenaries, ex-generals, profiteers, and super patriots who, for a variety of motives, operate outside the legitimate institutions of government. Presidents have turned to them when they can't win the support of the Congress or the people, creating that unsupervised power so feared by the framers of our Constitution. Just imagine that William Casey's dream came true. Suppose the enterprise grew into a super-secret, self-financing, self-perpetuating organization. Suppose they decided on their own to assassinate Gorbachev or the leader of white South Africa. Could a president control them? And what if he became the enterprise's public enemy number one? Who would know?
Turn that down a touch. There, that's what we were saying, Millennium. Sorry, I'll turn that down. Turn that down. Yeah, that's exactly what we were saying. Shift off of there. Let's transition that over.
Hello there. Today, we want to talk to you about asking
questions about what their masters are really up to.
And this video here is the one that actually sent me right over to Flat Earth.
The limits of debate in this country are established before the debate even begins, and everyone else is
Never even thought about
marginalized
Flat
and made
Earth
to
till I
seem either
made this.
communist or was some sort of disloyal person, a kook, there's a word, and now it's conspiracy. See, they've made that something that should not be even entertained for a minute, that powerful people might get together and have a plan. Doesn't happen. You're a kook. You're a conspiracy buff.
Yeah, just assassinate a president anytime you want.
To find out about things.
And the objective is to brainwash the people into accepting the phony peace bait. Transform the United States.
Thanks everybody for being so patient too while I'm learning the ropes here. I'll turn this down.
That we should have a world government, but only when the Messiah arrives.
The masterminds behind this great conspiracy have absolute control of all of our mass communications media, especially television, the radio, the press, and Hollywood.
They're determined to kill us.
It's something we've been warning about over the last year.
What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order.
We needed a new world order.
Yeah, the objective's working, I'd say.
A new world order.
The world order.
A new world order.
A world order. You go where the facts lead.
Because what happened to Germany during the Nazi era is happening to America and the West today.
And the enslavement of the American people within a UN one-world dictatorship.
I think
I'm going to try something else here. Lose that one.
They're doing their investigation. They will get to the bottom of this.
A one-world economy.
Now the UN.
Okay. I'll just get rid of that one. And I'm going to throw on. I have no idea about copyright strikes or anything that happens on this, because, you know, we all have to learn somewhere. So, let's see. I'll move over through that. Okay, I don't know what this one is. We're going to throw it on. I'll throw it into there. Transport that through there. Stop that. And transition that there. There.
There's something happening here. But what it is
look what's going down. There's battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds. Getting so much resistance from behind. Time we stop.
Yeah, there we go.
What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and a carry inside.
Yeah, my kind of music too. It's quite the delay here when you're doing this stuff, so. Yeah. Oh, look at that footage. Isn't it beautiful? I thought this was beautiful. I mean, so you got the one plane, so it's got to correct, and the other plane's got to correct. Curvature? What do you think? No? Yeah. And I always love the ones on the horizon when, you know, you focus in and out of the ship. Yeah. You know, there's so many things that show that the Earth is flat. I don't know why it's so hard to get. Oh, look at that footage. Isn't it beautiful? I thought this was beautiful. So you got the one. So it's got to correct. It's got to correct. Curvature? Yeah, and here we go, you know, our lovable high-altitude balloon footage. As always, you know, gratuitous balloon footage as I throw into this video. Tail. Yeah, so calm and relaxing. You can see the flat horizon at 95,000 feet. I mean, come on, people. You know, here we are. We're preaching to the choir, for Christ's sakes. You guys all know it's flat. Oh, Millennium, I'm going for loads of copyright strikes. I'm not too worried. It should be alright because these are already on my channel and they're just my videos that I've been putting out. So it should be okay, but I know some of the music is going to get struck. But I have to learn. Hey, welcome back, Roy. Good to see ya. Yeah. Yeah, that's how we learn. We get arrested and we told that we're bad people, and then we come out. I mean, everything says it's flat. Everything to me says it's flat. I think I even put my dog in this video, because I got 2 flat earth dogs. My truth journey started quite a long time ago. It started almost before internet. I think the very first thing was for me was Columbine killings. That's what set me off, and then 9/11. As soon as I saw the buildings go down, because in the building trade, so I saw right away that buildings cannot come down like that. And then I started looking at all this, I don't know, just flat earth stuff. It just started to show up, didn't it? So. And also being in the building trade, water always sits level. I mean, that's the thing that always got me. Even in physics, I thought, well, how can gravity differentiate between tons of water or a vehicle or something like that? Oh yeah, I laughed at first. I thought, nutters, absolute nutters. But what really set me off, absolutely set me off is back in 2005, 2006. 2006, I decided that I wanted to go to Palestine. And, well, apparently that wasn't a good idea. Right after Yasser Arafat died, and next thing you know, I had 7 police officers show up at my house and arrest me, and they tried to section me. And at that point is when that really turned everything right around then. Right at that point, that's when I really woke up. Yeah, I just thought if people can turn against you, that was my first experience with what I would call a thought crime. It's just because I was interested. I didn't believe the bullshit, so I wanted to go find out for myself. And it wasn't the right thing to do, apparently. They didn't like it. And I had to spend 72 hours of assessments, because I phoned the newspapers and I says, well, what do I do? And they said, well, if you volunteer, then they can't give you drugs. And when I was talking to them, they interviewed me for about 8 hours in this room. And I said, they said it's voluntary. And I says, how can this be voluntary? If I don't agree with you, then you're going to arrest me on the street and you can give me drugs. And so it was just wrong. Oh, Rory, that's a good idea. They said it's voluntary, and I says, how can this be voluntary if I don't agree with you, then you're going to arrest me on the street and give me drugs. And so it was just wrong.
You keep saying you got something.
Yeah, boom, boom, boom. No, the only bombs that get their attentions are the ones that they set themselves. They're masters of it. They've been doing this game for so long. And not afraid of them anymore. There's no point in being afraid of them. Is there? You know, they're busted. That's all I can say, they're busted. They've been caught out at their own game.
You keep saying when you ought to be a changing. Now what's right is right, but you ain't been right yet. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you.
Yeah, Roy, you're right. Fear is their weapon, and they use it on us all. That's what they're doing with North Korea right now. I was watching that movie, what is it, Battleship. And if you watch in there, they'll mention, what was that, in 2012, they'll mention Donald Trump and North Korea.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Are you ready, Boots? Start walking.
Okay, I'm gonna try this one. This one might be a little bit over the top, but what the hell? I made it, so may as well play it. Okay, I'm gonna try this one.
You want some advice, Baker? Go back home to the beach, man. This ain't the place for you. Come back when you've left a letter.
There we go. Adjust the volume. I'm learning. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm Angel. I'm using OBS. First time. Adjust the volume. First time too. There we go. There we go. Yeah, first time using OBS, so forgive me for all the mess ups. Yeah, I'm Angel. I'm using OBS. First time.
Working through government entities and in the field of world education.
Actually, this is the first time I've done anything live too.
Further their own ends and present the biggest lie of all time: a globe Earth.
In the headline, they point out that this is Apollo up in this picture up here, led by Aurora, the Greek goddess of the dawn, suggesting that Trump sees himself the mold of Apollo, Zeus's son, one of the most powerful of the gods.
Yeah, Angel, I think the weirdest thing about when I first got to use it is you just got two panels, and when you put the stuff in the one panel and set it up, you have to just push the transition button to send it to the live panel. That's the only thing that was complicated at first.
Under the first woe.
Weirdest thing about when I first got to use it is you just got two panels. Start with one panel and set it up. You have to just push the transition button to send it to the live panel. That's the only thing that was complicated at first. Angel, if I can do it, it's easy. We gotta love Donald Trump, don't we? Angel, if I can do it, it's easy.
Operation Paperclip smuggled hundreds of Nazi scientists, including top SS officers on trial for war crimes, into the United States for use in America's Cold War space race. One of these Nazi Party members, Werner von Braun, was promoted to head up NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center.
Donald's great-grandparents, Christian Johannes Trump and Katharina Klober.
I love YouTube. There's just so much information out here. I mean, really, people say you can't use YouTube to find information. That is bull. I've learned so many things.
A name derived from the personal name Jacob or Yaakov. Donald's grandparents lived in the Karlstadt, Pfalz Rhineland area where they lived in Germany, comprised of Jewish communities from Mainz, Speyer, and Worms. Germany became the center of Jewish life during medieval times. Donald Trump's daughter Ivanka and his two grandchildren are Jewish. Ivanka Trump converted to Judaism before marrying Jared Kushner, the son of New York Jewish real estate mogul Charles Kushner. She studied for her Orthodox conversion.
Yeah, we are the public, unfortunately, and there's still so much that we don't know. I mean, so much we don't know. And if they've been able to keep lies like Earth, the shape of the planet we live on, as a lie, my God, what are they also hiding? There's more to this than just flat Earth. There's a whole matrix. There's a whole big deception.
It's all about loyalty and sticking together.
NASA became the public face of space. It has long acted as a front, providing an unsuspecting world with pseudoscience legitimized by the backing of the U.S. government. NASA is its own monopoly. It controls the dissemination of public information on astronomy while hiding facts it does not want the public to know. While
Yeah,
many
but I do
countries and
think Flat Earth is
universities
pushing them
have
to make mistakes.
observatories,
I do think Flat Earth is
always it is the
making them to.
statements, photographs, and
They're
discoveries
scrambling.
of
I think they're
NASA
scrambling, and
that make the news
I think people don't want to fight, and we don't want to fight in their wars anymore. So forget it.
Okay, thank you very much. For almost 6 decades, NASA's work has inspired millions and millions of Americans to imagine distant worlds and a better future. Right here on Earth.
The Vatican Observatory is one of the oldest astronomical institutes in the world. And yet, where are the photographs? Where are the
I don't know
news
what do
releases of the
anybody in
latest
here think about
discoveries?
the alien
Precisely what have the Jesuit
deception
astronomers been
possibility,
doing for the last 500 years?
anything like that.
Only they know.
Because I think that's highly possible. And they've set it all up so people will believe it. Science fiction. Science fiction. Can you believe that Carl Sagan thought of the word satellite?
And through infiltration and penetration of every level of society in order to take over the world.
The plans for the New World Order are taking shape and are in effect right now. I mean, you can't deny this any longer. It's happened. The people that run everything are indeed Freemasons, and even worse, many of them are up at the very top.
No, I think you're absolutely correct, Millennium. The trolls do not know what they're protecting at all, and a lot of them are just delusional, believing it, and some are actually just doing it because I don't know. I don't know.
Slowly take over everything.
The purpose for this
You know, it blows me away. Blows me away that people will believe the stuff they see on the news too.
A desired outcome.
At first it was CERN, and then it was the Lucifer telescope, and then it was the Vatican, and now finally it seems that they have their man in the White House right now. For those that have never read the Jesuit,
Yeah, I think it's also plain truth here, right there. It is. They want full-on war. It's they need it. They need war. But if people just stood up and said no, no more, we'd win. Also plain truth here, right there. It is. They want full-on war.
I don't even know how to explain it. It's quite disparaging. Let's call it that. I furthermore promise and decree that I will, when opportunity is present, make and wage relentless war, secret or openly, against all heretics, Protestants, and liberals. I am directed to do so to I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, we're national security run by Catholics. Isn't that great? A bunch of men in robes. Oh no, that's true. Men in robes are going to come after us. Us, yeah. Dying. They want to kill us. They just want to kill us.
Francis,
And you know what? We're letting them. That's the sad part, is we're actually letting them.
A Jesuit, he has come under the direct control of demons by way of the spiritual exercises of Ignatius Loyola. Francis has previously ensured
Extirpate.
he has sympathetic ties with all religions. Thus, will be the logical choice as mankind's representative to establish a peace treaty with these invaders from outer space.
The vision and future planning of the United States and the restructuring of the globe into a new world order is not limited to any particular US president, since globalism is a goal that may span 25 years plus. The maximum two-term limit of a US president is about 8 years. This is the reason why there are men in the shadows who steer national and foreign...
The Vatican powerhouse. Well, that's kind of along the line. That's the lines I lead along.
Council on Foreign Relations,
they have a lot of money, don't they?
Rome and the Vatican, which has insinuated itself as the New World Order religion, but encompassing all religion through interfaith.
That when the same cannot be done openly,
Yeah.
they will secretly use the poison
Invaders
cut,
from outer
strength,
space.
sword, the steel of the poniard or the leaden bullet, regardless of the honor, rank, dignity, or authority of the person or force.
Plain truth, that's it.
Whatever may be their condition in life, either public or private, as I at any time may be directed to do so by any agent of the Pope or superior of the Brotherhood of the Holy Faith, of the Society of Jesus.
JFK did many things contrary to the objectives of the deep state and the Vatican. He wanted to de-escalate involvement in Vietnam, dismantle the Federal Reserve, stated he wanted to smash the CIA into 1,000 pieces, and to his detriment made a speech that greatly displeased the Vatican about the subject of separation between church and state. JFK was essentially a new
they have everything.
to be eliminated.
And they had a king over them, which is the
They have
angel of the
everything.
bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon.
You see, on the wall here, the centerpiece is Apollo.
I love how Donald Trump is Apollo. Everything represents Apollo. I mean, this is like fantasy, isn't it? It's like fantasy. We live in a dream world.
They have everything. All 44 U.S. presidents have carried European royal bloodline.
They have
34 have been genetic descendants of just one person, Charlemagne, the brutal 8th century king of the French. Now, that's a fascinating story.
I think I better turn that up a touch.
I love how crowned Donald Trump is emperor of the Apollo Roman Empire, the new Roman Empire, and the Pope was crowning him whilst his kingdom was falling apart. So he's a symbol of this unity of the world under one leadership, the Pope.
Once again, it is Apollo.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
In his chariot across the
they need the internet just as much as we need it, and this is the first time in history that we've been able to use it. First time in history we've been able to come together as people and talk openly, you know, and they can't just kill off the internet because they need it, and so they're struggling. We're gonna win.
Albert Pike was begun yesterday by the Freemason Donald J. Trump, who are both beholden to the Jesuit Vatican. And for some reason, after doing the videos today, my mind wandered back to this so-called image from NASA. Now, simply looking at this image, you can see that this is clearly and nothing more than an
I'm starting to actually think that, Roy.
This isn't an
Nothing is real.
photograph. And I know all the UFO guys have jumped all over it because you can't believe in God, but believing in little green men is so much easier. It makes so much more sense. Right?
Catholics are an important part of the American story. America has been strengthened by hardworking Catholics. From New York to California, the Catholic story is truly unique, and it's a great story. From marching for civil rights to educating millions of children, serving the poor, and helping define the pro-life movement, clergy and lay Catholics across the country have made countless contributions to the American success and the American success story. Washington politicians have been hostile to the church. They have been hostile to Catholics.
Put on a short little
They
ditty
have
I
been
made.
hostile to the members of Catholicism.
Short little one I made.
My
Where is
administration
it?
will stand side by side with the American Catholics to promote the values we all share as Christians
See if
and
we can.
Americans. God bless you. God
People
bless
seem
the
to like
United
this
States
one.
of America. We will make America great.
Okay, we'll
again.
remove that.
The
We'll remove that
connection to
source.
the Jesuit order of the Vatican has been buried under a
run this
mountain
over.
of frivolous information. Statements
Keep
from
the
Lincoln
slideshow
himself
going.
he admitted to tell of his anxiety
Move it
towards
down.
an unseen battle with the Pope, Charles Quinniqui, a close friend of President Lincoln, was a disillusioned Catholic priest who had left the Catholic Church and become a Presbyterian minister.
And we're going to put
He
this one in.
confirmed that the Vatican was behind the Confederate cause, the death of President Lincoln, and that Lincoln's assassins were faithful Roman Catholics ultimately serving Pope Pius IX.
And then if we go
Okay, here we go.
of England, in fact, the presidential
Going to transition this over now.
The Earth isn't flat.
Transition that there. And here we go, a little Zika. Flat Earth to Zika. See how you guys enjoy this one here. Yeah, I like the little Zika too.
It's called gravity.
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society. We're trying to move towards the future.
Turn that down. Woo.
Be stuck in the past. If some of these folks were around when Columbus set sail,
Cheers. Cheers, Roy. I try.
they would not. We're trying to have believed that the world was round.
Turn that down. Not sure if this is working now. Oh, there it goes, I think. It's running a little bit slow. Trying to sort it. Trying to sort it. And then we come up with the famous mic drop at the end always. Okay, guys. I gotta take off for tonight. And thanks for helping me out with the session, because it really helped me figure this stuff out. Cheers for that. Then we come up with the famous mic drop at the end of it. Okay, guys. Yeah, just take care and thanks so much. Awesome. Thanks for helping me out with the session, because it really helped me figure this stuff out. Cheers for that. I'll do another session real soon. I got about 20 more videos I'm working on right now, so I'll make a collection. Cheers, guys. Have a good night. Day, morning, afternoon. Okay, guys. Yeah, just take care and thanks so much. Awesome. I'll do another session real soon. I got about